Hello everyone, I'm about to show you the most fucking painful challenge I've ever done in my life. I spent 8 hours in the game My Summer Car, trying to beat the game in permadeath, only for a stupid little glitch at the end to ruin it all. So how this came to be was one day, I decided I wanted to challenge myself in the game My Summer Car. So I went to my YouTube community page and I decided that I was going to post on what challenge my viewers think I should have done. And one bright person said I should have done trying to beat the game in permadeath mode. And that's exactly what I tried to do. So what this means is I have to build the car, make it runnable and drivable, and then pick up the girlfriend, which is Janny's girlfriend, and then I also have to put everything that will make her like my car and like me, and then we have to kiss and do some stuff for your imagination, and we have to have the baby, and that's how you'll beat the game. And we have to do all this while being on only one life. So the stream started off very simple. I was gonna start my new character and turn it on to permadeath mode, so I chose the most finished name ever. And there we go, Jiaoku Ballsack was born. But this was not gonna be his most pleasant life. When I loaded in and took a little look around the house, I realized that my car was pea green. But anyways, I looked and realized the shit that I got myself into. The very first thing I wanted to look at was what we were dealing with pistons, and the fourth piston was absolutely fucked. So I realized that the car was gonna run like shit on that piston, and that I need to go to Flatari and get a new piston from him. So that's exactly what I did. I loaded the Jonas and a beer case onto the boat and made my way over to Flatari. After 10 minutes of clueless sailing, I finally made it to the dock to Flatari. But not knowing what time it was, I realized that I went there way too late and that it was closed. So I packed everything back into the boat and made my way back. When I arrived home, I just realized how late it was. Apparently when you spawn in, it's already halfway through the day, and that took me a pretty long time, so that means it must have been at least 7 o'clock at night. After having violent sex with the bike, finally got onto it and made it back home. For some reason, the drunk guy woke me up at the middle of the night, and I decided to put the driver's seat in the car because that will trigger Uncle to give us the van. I also decided to make a post order. I grabbed my beer case and I set off to town. But before arriving to town, I decided to wait for Flatari to open so I could take a new piston. After 1 hour of IRL waiting, I finally got the new piston that I needed, and then I made my way to town. Dude, every time, this guy's always like flying off the road with his caravan. After totally violating Timo's rights by pissing on him, I waited for him to open. I hope people don't.
Oh my God, no way!
When Timo opened, I got fuel for the boat and the moped. I got some beer and I got some snacks and I got some cigarettes. Hey, I don't give a fuck. You better have it. If you don't, I'm gonna come here with my Satsuma. I'm gonna fling it right into your window. Okay. Anyways, he's on the side of the road. Oh, there's a guy. Hey. Yeah, karma would strike back. Oh no! Oh no! Please. Yes, indeed. That guy was really close into making me into a finished pace. When finally making it back home, I decided that now we'd work on the Satsuma. Welp, shit. The drunk man was calling me. So I got ready for the day and realized I never bought chips. So I loaded my stuff into the boat, then I made it to the cottage where I got the Killju bucket, and then I went to Timo's and got everything I needed for the Satsuma and some snacks. When I got back home, I plopped the new spark plugs into the engine and I put the engine into the engine bay. I then noticed that Uncle had his van, and also that my ratchet set was out for delivery, and that means I can go grab it now. So, fun. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yes, that could have been game over so quick. I should have pulled the handbrake. I should have just pulled the handbrake. Darn it, Penna. After having more car sex, I finally got the van flipped over. But that came with the cost for the windshield. That's actually fucking insane. I then got the GT rims because I was damn forbidden not gonna go into that fucking mansion full of wasps. So, once I did that, I went and grabbed my ratchet set. Once I got back home, I worked on to making some Killju, and then I worked on the suspension. After getting finished with the wiring, I finally made way to putting in the fuel tank and doing the wiring. No, it's not out. Yeah, that is me discovering that there was a fucking wasp in my house. This is very nasty, but whatever gets the job done. So then, realizing that I needed to get tires on those rims and I needed to get gas for my jerry can, I decided that we should take the tractor over to Flotari. But I realized that there was a little bit of gas in the canister, and I decided to check if the car would even run. Yes! It runs! It runs! After 4 hours of building the Satsuma, it finally ran. It didn't run good at all, by no means, but it ran, and it purred. But I realized that the fun ain't over yet. We still need to get this thing on wheels and fill up the jerry can. After the dreadful drive to Flotari, I realized that I didn't have enough money for tires. But I, in fact, found the most expensive junkyard car on the map and decided that why not tow it over here. But this was a big mistake. After dreadfully trying to get this thing out of its place, I finally did it. But I couldn't go above 5 miles per hour because this fucking thing weighed so much, and it just dragged along on the road. After 40-some minutes of towing that thing, I finally made it back to a sweet 4,800 marks, and I got new tires. This is great news, y'all. Damn. What you're about to see is peak finish highway driving. Yes, that's indeed not the last time you're ever gonna see that. People love to overtake me for some reason. As I was driving back, the bike started ticking. Yes, this was very indeed not good news. There was a car coming. He's not stopping. Crap. Yeah, I didn't know if my bike was haunted or something, but I just continued going. When I got back to the tractor, I came up with the perfect idea. It's time for a heist! Basically, Timo has this pretty fucking cool slot machine thing in his pub, and I want to steal it to collect the coins, and it will make me rich. But here's where shit went down. These cars love to fly past you or into the back of you. What the hell are you doing? And after a bit of struggle and having to move the cars out of the way, I finally got to pulling the machine out. Yes! Did I break another window? After getting the slot machine out, I just was kind of shocked that the people in the cars just kind of watched me do this and didn't care. But I ended up taking the coins, and it was a lot of money. It was so much money, in fact, that I had $11,584. After committing that big crime, I just casually walked away from the situation, got into my tractor, and drove home. When I got home, it was pretty late. It was actually the next day, but I realized that Uncle's lights were on in his house, so that must mean he has a van, which, to my suspicions, I was right. But, again, I can't keep it yet, and it still has to be loaned, so I'm not really going to show any footage. Now, realizing that the van was gone, I was in a pretty bad situation, because at that time, I thought that the van was now officially mine. And so that means I thought I could take the Killju and take it to the drunk man's house. But, nope. So that means I was going to have to use the Satsuma, which, is not going to go too well. But I have to get my wheels first. There's in fact one big problem about driving on this road. It's that the rally's happening. Oh, don't worry. These guys when I finally and barely made it to Flatari's, he was closed, but he did have my wheels ready, and I must say, I was not gonna get my Satsuma inspected during this challenge, because that's just a waste of time, and plus, I didn't need performance. I just wanted to get this as done and as fast as possible. So I just decided that screw with the inspection, and I drove back home. When I got home, I put the new wheels on, and I adjusted the carburetor a little bit, but it was still running a little too rich. Oh yeah, I also forgot to mention, I put on the exhaust and all the other body parts except for the grill and the lights because I still haven't gotten light bulbs yet. But apparently I don't make it that far. That's extreme foreshadowing for you. But once I filled the car up and put the hood on, I decided it was time to drive to the drunk man's house. But before even setting off, I realized that my fucking suspension was all mangled and that I needed to re-straighten it. I tried my best, but I couldn't get it to perfect. And oh yeah, if you're wondering why my money's at $3,000, well, let's just say that that window cost a lot. Yeah, it was $7,500. Yeah, Timo's not playing around. Yeah, I can't believe it either. The Satsuma actually made it to the drunk man's house. And when I got there, I sold my Killju, and it made me a decent amount of money. And then I went back home. Please don't call me. Please don't call me. Fucking bitch. Yeah, apparently the drunk man doesn't know how to leave people the fuck alone, but anyways, even though he interrupted my sleep, I decided to finally buy some shit from the catalog. What is needed for the girlfriend to like you is a full leopard interior, blackout windows, and a banging stereo system. Which the banging stereo system is pretty expensive. After going to sleep, I decided that let's go to Timo's. So on the way to Timo's wasn't eventful, but the fucking suspension was pissing me off. It was so damn crooked. Bad idea. Deciding that I hated the dirt road, I decided to go onto the rainy asphalt highway. And yeah, the car was really underperforming. The carburetor was just way too lean now. It went from being way too rich to way too lean. And relying on the tailpipe smoke as my emissions was not working. So, during this run, I deeply regret not getting the AFR gauge sooner than I did. And when I got to Timo, the suspension made me have a fucking rage quit. Nope. What the? Okay, and it just broke again? After spending about 10 minutes fiddling with this, I gave up because this was not really quality content at all. And the bus flipped over by itself and I got really pissed, so I did this. Get over here. And soon you'll see that was a very bad idea. So as I was at my lowest, the rain just spawned, which was kind of appropriate for the situation. I'm running terrible frames. My guy was very thirsty, my car was underperforming, so I just decided to take a little drink. But this was clearly a mistake, because my character froze, and then this happened. Dude, the more I'm playing this game, the more it's breaking. I'm stuck in the... Ah! So I indeed, still to this day, don't know what happened. I got a new achievement saying that I died in permadeath mode going 200 plus kilometers an hour, which I was clearly not. I have no idea what happened, and to my guess right now, I feel like the bus came back for revenge. But, RIP the save. Indeed, even though I said a bunch of shit talk to you, bus driver, this was way too out of line. I'm sorry for anything I said to you that hurt you, like you don't deserve the license that you have, but that doesn't mean you should take my save that I spent so long on. And just like that, 8 hours of my day was wasted on a stupid challenge that I thought I could beat in my summer car. But that doesn't mean I'm gonna give up. I still have some unfinished business to do. Like I promised, any challenge that y'all gave me, I had to finish, and clearly I didn't finish this one, so I have to. So meet me on Twitch at Claybay1423 at 12 p.m. Central Time this Saturday. I'll be live for the majority of the day, so it's going to be pretty hard to not miss me. So, I'll see y'all there.